Hello and welcome to No Friends Gaming, because who needs friends when you have a top hat? Today we're playing Nucleum solo against the Baron von Automat on the hardest difficulty level. But wait, I hear you say, Nucleum has no difficulty level. What are you on about? What Nucleum does have are 10 challenges decreed by the great King Frederick Augustus II himself, which you can select from to make your game harder. So naturally, we'll be playing with all 10 challenges, because I'm a masochist. Now, in case you weren't aware, here are those challenges. There are 2 related to setup. So first, the Baron gets to start with 2 buildings instead of 1. And second, he starts with a rail. There are 2 challenges related to tile depletion. After the Baron takes a develop action, the rightmost action tile is removed from the market. And after he takes a contract action, the lowest scoring silver tile is removed. So those will tend to usher in the end of the game faster. There are 3 rules related to VP scoring. When the Baron builds a turbine mine pair, he scores 5 points. When he energizes, he gets points equal to the requirement of that building. Also, when energizing, he gets 1 point for each of his connected turbines and mines to the energized building, even if he's connected through other players' networks. Well, through my network. But he will still only score for mines if he's using a power plant with a Nucleum. Then there are 2 challenges related to the kinds of turns the Baron takes. When he takes a railway turn, he will always get to resolve both actions on his tile as if the colors were wild. And when he takes a recharge turn, he immediately gets to follow that up with another turn. And finally, when we would put out a Nucleum, we don't get to choose where it goes. Instead, a logic card will determine that, and we get no reward for its placement. So there you have it. Those are the 10 challenges. I'm sure it'll be fine. So here is our completely randomized setup. We've even randomized our experiment, although the game does let you choose. We happen to be playing as experiment C, and here there are 3 technologies in particular which we should consider getting early on. C1 gets us a tiler when we energize. C4 gets us a worker or action tile when we energize, and C7 lets us ignore networking restrictions when energizing, so we want to energize a lot. We should look at the milestones to see what to aim for, and this one's encouraging us to build residences, so we could certainly build all 4 of our residences this game. This one is for every 2 of our buildings. Well, we do want to build a lot to then energize those buildings, but also because of this technology, C8, which can get us 21 points for having 8 energized buildings. This milestone is for every city containing our energized buildings, and because we want to build so much as experiment C, we are bound to be in a number of different locations. But we probably don't want to spread out too much, since that can be quite inefficient in terms of rail. Rail is quite costly. And then we've got this milestone for labs. And yeah, we can build some labs, but we might not prioritize it as much since that milestone scores less. Now we look to the action tiles, and there are a few here that could get us extra workers, such as through contract bonuses, or this uranium can be turned to a worker. And that's important for early industrializing. A number of experiments want to put out their 7th tech early, which is a level 3 tech. You do that by getting this turbine and mine. Well, these 2 each cost 3 workers, and that's very expensive. So anything that can help us meet that cost is most welcome. Although for experiment C, we could just build a bunch of turbines and get free and cheap electricity to then profit from early energized actions using these techs C1 and C4. And we would just need to do a little bit of early networking to connect to power plants and be able to energize. Then we wouldn't need tech C7 to ignore the network. But still, turbines all cost workers, right? Early workers are great. Now to the purple contracts. This one is for 17 achievement stars. We are bound to get that at some stage. That one's pretty easy. This one is for 4 factories. And yeah, we could build out all 4 of our factories. We also want to build residences for that milestone. And we want to get 8 energized buildings to fulfill this tech. Well, these could be the 8 buildings. That could be our game plan right there. Then this contract is for 9 railway tiles. That's a lot of rail. It's more than I generally want to build with this experiment, but 12 points is nothing to scoff at. We could certainly try going for it, but it would be a little bit out of our way. So we'll just have to see. And those are the main considerations going into this game. So let's make a start. I would really like to pick up these tiles here before the Baron gets his grubby paws on them. So let's develop. We will spend 3 thaler and pick them up. And yeah, what's nice about this as well is we're leaving a develop action up in the field for the Baron to take. And he can use that to get more actions and do more things before recharging to extend the game. I do find that a longer game tends to favor the player, at least in solo. In multiplayer, it's different. More experienced gamers would tend to rush the end game sooner. But here in solo, we can take our time to enact our game plan and to take advantage of the Baron's more predictable moves. We also get to industrialize. Okay, so we got that choice. Do we want to put out tech C7, in which case we build the mine first, get a uranium, turn it to a worker, help us build the turbine? Or do we just build a bunch of turbines? Then we would get these technologies, C4, C1. Well, we should look to the contracts to see if we can unlock those easily. And there are a couple of contracts here that can get us a level 2 technology. This one is for having 5 contracts. Well, that's not happening anytime soon. This is for having 5 things in white cities. Well, that overlaps with our starting contract. This is to have 2 things in white cities. Well, this contract gets us a level 1 tech. This one could get us a level 2 tech. That could be tech C1 and C4. Then we profit all day from energizing. I do like that plan. So if we want to build a lot in white cities, we would look first at Glashütte. We could actually build all 4 of our turbines there, and then we only need one more thing, a building in Leipzig or Plauen to fulfill this contract too. Yeah, let's go for that. So let's build a turbine there. We'll pay 2 workers and get this turbine out. This is the one that gets us 2 free electricity when we energize. It's generally considered the strongest turbine. So now the Baron's turn. He will do tile 2. It's this one. He has another energize and industrialize action, so he will place that as rail. So he draws a logic card and he wants to go to the highest city, which is Zwickau, city 17. So he goes here to the 12 o'clock position first, then clockwise. Yeah, we're playing with the challenge where he considers the sides of the tile to be wild colors. So normally, without that challenge, he would try and match these colors and find a single rail that does so. But since he considers these wild, including for placement, he simply uses the logic card to figure that out. So he's going to industrialize first. And I believe he can only build a mine. That's the only suitable location for him. So he builds a mine in Chemnitz and pays 1 thaler. Then he will energize. But he can't, because these buildings are not connected to power plants and the neutral buildings aren't either. So he has to forfeit that action. Wonderful. Then back to us. We should use this to pick up that contract. So let's play the tile that we gained last turn and get an achievement star and a ×2 contract bonus. So we will take this, and we need more workers to get out more turbines. So let's go here and get 2 workers. Okay, Baron's turn. Tile 2 is this one. That's his last energized action, so he doesn't want to give that up as rail. But again, he can't energize, right? So he'll just forfeit that again, and then he'll subsidize. This gets him whatever resource he has fewest of. Well, it's a tie between workers and thaler, so he'll break the tie in favor of a worker. There we go. Now back to us. So let's build that second turbine. So we're going to play this tile, getting an achievement star, and we can industrialize with a bonus uranium. Well, we can gain that first, and we'll gain it as a worker, since there's nowhere to store uranium. And now we can actually afford this turbine. So we can start working towards that tech anyway. But if we want to connect to a new city, such as to build here in Leipzig, we would need to build rail. We need a worker for that. Okay, so we can't spare the workers for that. I think we'll just build this turbine for 1 worker. And Baron time. Tile 1, contract. So the Baron, let's replenish this. The Baron's only going to take silver contracts until his first recharge. So he'll take the one that scores him the most points. This one scores 3. This one scores 1 point for the level 1 tech, but he ignores other benefits from contract tiles. So he'll just get this for 3 points. Oh no, he's winning. And then the lowest scoring silver tile is removed. So this one goes away. And now he's got a subsidized action here, so he will gain 1 worker. So to us again. And we want to build We want to build, but we're broke, but this tile can get us money. But we need to connect first to Leipzig. That would be the ideal place. Plauen has the extra cost. So yes, this tile could match both colors. It's just that it's our last urbanized action. And we know we want to build a lot this game, so it's a bit of a risk giving that up, but we could always get more urbanized actions soon. And there's bound to be even more coming out in the market. We can always use our special directive to urbanize in a pinch. So yeah, let's give up this tile so that we can gain 2 Thaler and then spend it on the building. Well, I would like to maximize our income before we recharge. So let's build one of these more expensive buildings rather than these. And this one's nice because it gets us 2 worker income. That could get us a 3rd worker on recharge. So we'll build this building for 3 Thaler. Okay. Now its requirement is 4, so to energize it, we get 2 free electricity, a discount on coal. We would need to buy another coal, but we're broke again. We could get the Thaler we need from this contract action. So that should be fine. Yes. This flips. Baron again. Tile 4. Well, he doesn't use the stop block, so he'll play this tile. Now, he wants to urbanize, so let's draw a logic card. He would like to build a lab, and he would like to connect to a power plant if possible, and possibly one with Nucleum, but that's isolated. He's not connected to any power plants anyway. All right. So then he would next want to prioritize building in Praha, but he's not networked there. So he's going to choose a city that does not yet have one of his buildings, and he'll choose the highest numbered such city. So not Spikau, it already has a building. And Marienberger City 7, Freiberger City 10. Chemnitz is 13 but can't hold a lab. So he's going to build in Freiberg City 10. He goes here and pays 1 Thaler. Then he will develop. So he goes through 3 conditions, one after the other, to pick up 1 tile at a time until he gets 2 tiles. The first condition is he wants a tile that he only has 1 action of left in his tile pool. Well, he has multiple develop actions, but he does have only 1 energize action, so he takes this. Then his next priority is to get a tile whose action is only showing once in the market. There's multiple develop actions, right? He's going from right to left, but there's only 1 contract action, so he'll take this tile. Then the rightmost tile falls off, and we replenish. Okay, well, that was him, back to us. Let's take a contract so we can get money to energize this building, which would get us 4 achievement stars, getting us to a total of 6. I actually don't like that number for this game, because when the Baron recharges, he'll get 6 higher than his first milestone star. He'll get to 7 and overtake us for King's Day scoring. Well, we don't want to let that happen. So we need to get more stars than just energizing this building. And we could get that from the contract action, no. Because, well, first we should have fulfilled that contract. Let's do that soon. But we need to, oh boy. Yeah, we need to contract to get money. So we can't do it to get stars, but we could get more stars by energizing a second time with our special directive. And there's a really good neutral building to energize here, getting us 3 Thaler income before we recharge. That would be great. I think we go for that. So in that case, we need to connect this to a power plant. We can actually start connecting to our turbines here. We'd have to forego that action because the color doesn't match, but that's fine. It's not a very powerful action. But we could just connect up here and match the colors. That's, like, I'd rather connect to the turbines, but these aren't relevant till this gets a Nucleum. And we can't even guarantee that will happen because we're playing with the challenge where the Nucleums are placed randomly. So they're both coal power plants. We can connect up here while the colors match. And yeah, it is a rail we want, I think, because we're developing up here and we would love to connect all of this and then all the way down to Praha so that when we build government buildings there, they can get lots of points. So we do want this rail anyway. We'll connect here. We'll get a contract. So this one is we're having 3 turbines and we already have 2. So that one's pretty easy. Then it can get us 2 workers. to help us build a fourth turbine. This one is for 2 factories, and we do want factories, but we are about to unlock our main level 1 tech anyway. So we probably don't need that benefit as much. Let's take this one. So we're going to gain 2 Thaler. Then we replenish, and we should subsidize. So we will pay 1 Thaler to go up one of our income tracks. And we know when we energize this, we'll get 2 worker income, and a 3rd worker income still only gets us 3 workers on recharge. So that does nothing. We'll go up on the Thaler track. Okay, so then this will flip, and it's the Baron's turn. So what's he doing? Thaler 2 as rail. So he wants to go to the lowest numbered city. Well, that would be Leipzig, city 1, but we've already taken the 1 rail link out of that city. So he would next go to Plauen, city 2. He goes here, and he will energize. Well, now he has connected to a power plant, so he's going to flip this building for 2 points. I should say our neutrals here are also connected to the power plant and to coal, but he prefers to flip his own building. He doesn't have turbines to score for. He does have a mine, but this doesn't have nucleum, so he doesn't get points for that either. Then he gets 6 points for the subsidized action. Okay. Oh, energizing costs him a Thaler. And it will consume 1 coal from the Ruhr coal market supply. Good. So now we just want to energize twice, right? So let's play this, and we should complete this contract first. So we've got 2 things in the White City. We get a level 1 tech, which will be this one, because we're about to energize. Now, we get 2 free electricity and 2 discount on coal. So we will get 2 coal for free, and that makes a total of 4, which meets this requirement. So we flip this building, using this power plant, of course. We get 4 achievements, so 5 minus 1. We get 2 Thaler and 3 Thaler income. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we get a bonus Thaler from our technology. Lovely. All right, so the Baron is doing this tile, and he has no other industrialized actions in his tile pool, so he will not place rail. We'll play that normally. He will industrialize, but he's out of Thaler, so he can't. Okay, so he won't industrialize. He's going to gain 3 points for the subsidized action. Okay, then we will play this tile, and we go at 1 Thaler income, and then we can energize this building. So we have 2 free electricity, 1 discount on coal, and then we just need 1 more electricity, so we pay 1 Thaler for a 2nd coal. That means we've met this requirement. We flip the building, get 4 achievement, 5 minus 1, 2 bumps on the worker income track, and a bonus Thaler from the technology. Okay, now the Baron. Oops. I should roll this violently. Sorry about that. Okay, so tile number 2 is this one. Okay, he does have another develop action, so this becomes rail, and we draw a logic card. Highest number, speak out, he goes here. So, he would like to pick up, wait a moment, he's got multiple urbanize actions, so he ignores that. He'd like to pick up a 2nd develop action, 2nd industrialize action as well. Then the next condition, urbanize is showing multiple times, develop's only showing once, so he'll take that tile. And now he has 2 tiles. The rightmost tile falls away, and we replenish. Okay, so then he will subsidize. That gets him 1 point and 1 Thaler. Good. So now we will recharge. We gain 9 Thaler, which is 10 minus 1, and 3 workers. Then we will turn in these 10 achievement stars to get a milestone out. Number 10, that's the ×4 tier, that's excellent. Now, unlocking this Nucleum, we'll go to the lowest numbered power plant, which is Plauen. So he goes here, and we get our tiles back. Right, the Baron is doing tile number 1, this one, as rail, 2 The lowest numbered city, still Plauen, he goes here. And he will get, well, he's got multiple urbanized. He will get, nope, multiple contract, multiple industrialize actions. Only one energize action. So he'll get a second one. Then, urbanize is only showing one. So he takes this tile, the rightmost tile falls off, and replenishing. Okay. So then he will subsidize and get 2 Thaler and 2 points. Now to us, and we want to completely fill this city, Glashütte. That's a priority. Let me play this. All right, so we will get 1 achievement star and a uranium, but we'll gain a worker. And we'll build this turbine for 2 workers. So now, oh, we have to pay an extra 2 Thaler for the space. Now we have 3 turbines, so we fulfilled this contract. We will get 5 points. We finally have points. Amazing. And we get 2 workers. Okay. Baron does this tile as rail. The lowest numbered city, well, after Plauen is City 3, Dresden. So he's going up here. He's going to urbanize. Now, he wants to build a residence. So that would be this. He would like to connect to a power plant with Nucleum. So he's actually going to go in this area to connect here. And a city that does not yet have one of his buildings. Well, it will be the lowest numbered such city, Plauen. He goes here and pays 1 Thaler. Okay. Then he does this action for 2 points. Right. So I'm actually really worried now because if he draws another lowest tiebreak and tries to place rail, he will go here. And we wanted to connect all of this up to Praha, remember? So he doesn't have workers at the moment, so there's not really a risk of him filling that yet, but we do need to do it at some stage. And this tile could match, so we might as well do it now. Yeah, let's go up here. So we're going to place this and get an achievement token. We get a contract with a 2 times bonus. Well, this one is for factories, and we do want to get to 4 factories, so we will incidentally do that one anyway, right? So we'll take this contract. And that's going to, well, we need to build this turbine. That's really expensive, so we do need more workers, right? We might need to place more rail as well. We have lots of Thaler, but we will be spending it soon. Things like this to build, especially, yeah, this level 1 tech, right? Could be this one, C3, to urbanize at a discount of 2. Well, the discount will certainly help. Let's get the workers then. We'll go here and get 2 uranium, but we can't store them, so we gain 2 workers instead. And this will flip. All right, now to Baron. Oh, we've replenished this. Baron does tile 1, that's this one. He can't place rail, he has no workers. He's going to develop first. Okay, so he has multiple contract actions, multiple develops, multiple energize, multiple urbanize. Okay, so that's the first condition that fails. And the next condition is there a tile showing its action only once? Yes, the contract action. So he takes this. And then the third condition is he'll just take the rightmost tile. So he takes this as well. This falls away. And we replenish. Okay. So actually, I really like the look of this tile. Because remember, we gave up our final urbanize action. So we'd really like to pick this up. And that would be a good tile as well. Because then we can energize the buildings we're building. Okay. Well, let's do this tile then. And we know there's another single rail that we want to connect here before the Baron gets there, right? So when the Baron draws higher city tie breaks, he's going to connect to Zwickau first, 17. Then that's completely surrounded. He'll go to Alsig next, city 16. Riesa is city 15, but we've taken the 1 rail link out of there. So next he would go to Bruck, city 14. So 3 rails hence, he could fill this, connect to Praha. And we may as well use this tile then now because the colors match. So we're going to go there with a worker, spend 2 thaler, we get 3 change. 1, 2, 3. And we shall industrialize as well. And now we've got the workers to do that. Oh, sorry, we haven't even developed, but we're doing that too. Okay, develop, pay 3 thaler, get those 2 tiles. That is so juicy. That is a jackpot right there. Okay, now. Industrialize will cost us an extra 2 thaler, so we'll get 3 change, and to build here, right? And then we pay 3 workers, which gets us this turbine in Glashütte. So now we can succeed at this contract, but we'll have to wait till we take a regular turn to do it. There we go. Baron. Tile 4 is this one. So again, he can't place rail. He's going to build, urbanize, a factory and connected to Nucleum, a new city to him, the lowest numbered such city, that would be Marienberg, city 7, compared to Chemnitz 13. Right, so he goes here and pays 1 thaler. Then he will take a contract. He still hasn't recharged. So he'll take a silver contract, this one, for 2 points. 2 points to the Baron. Then the lowest scoring silver tile will fall away. But these both score the same. Okay, so the game doesn't provide a tie break for the silver contract falling off as a challenge, so we'll use the die again. There's 3 odd faces on the die, 3 even faces. So on odd, this will go away, even this one. Odd, so this tile falls off, and we replenish now from the gold stack. Okay, that's that turn done. So back to us, and we're running out of money, but now we can actually build a bunch of stuff. We could build some cheaper buildings, and then we can fulfill this to build a 3rd building after we get some tile. We would want to do this one first, and then energize the buildings. When we energize, we get more tile. I do like that. Okay, well, what do we want to aim for with the achievement, right? If we want to get to the next milestone tier, we need 16 stars, so we need 14 more. Is that possible? Because we've got 8, 14 there with these 3 buildings. And we've got those 1, 2, 3 building actions that we can do before recharging. And we've got 3 energize actions. So that would be a total cost of 2 plus 3 plus 4, 9 thaler, but a discount of 1, 2, 3, 6 thaler, and we can get 2 thaler from the first 2 buildings being energized. I think we can afford it. Shall we just go for that then? So we're going to play this tile, right, to build these 2 buildings. So this is a total cost of 5, but one of the urbanize actions gets a discount. So we only need to spend 4 thaler. We get these 2 buildings out, and we'll go here and here. Okay, and we will complete this contract for 5 things in white cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 6 points and a level 2 technology, which will be C4. So that one's completed just in time for the energize actions we're about to take. And we're done. Baron time. Number 2 is this tile. He takes a contract. So, silver contract, there's only 1 left. So he takes this one. That will score him 1 point for the level 1 tech. And if there were more silver contracts, the lowest scoring one would fall off. But there isn't. So actually that challenge is no longer relevant. We now refill from the gold contracts. He will also subsidize. This gets him 2 workers. So he can actually start placing rail again. Good for him. Now, we can energize twice. So, we will energize this building for free because we have 3 free electricity. So that will flip, and we get 3 achievement, 5 minus 2. We get 1 thaler income and a bonus thaler and a worker or tile. So we get a thaler, and do we want a tile actually? Oh, this double contract bonus could get us even more thaler, so we can afford things like this. This one, the industrializing, gets us uranium. We could start building mines, right? And that can help us to energize, although we would need to connect up this. Yeah, because this is the only mine location we have access to right now. Oh, and this doesn't have nucleum yet. Okay, so actually, let's get this tile then. That will help. Okay. Then we get to energize with +1 electricity to do this building. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 free electricity and 1 discount on coal. So we'll get a coal for free. That's a 5th electricity. Now we've done this building. So we will get 5 achievement and 2 bumps on the Thaler income track. 1, 2, and a Thaler and possibly a Thaler worker. Let's see. So here's the Thaler. Now, is there a better tile? That's an interesting tile. Because we want to urbanize and energize, and that's both in one. That's quite convenient. Yeah? Let's take this tile. Let's get this as well. Awesome. All right. Now, that's that done. Now we can do this contract. Okay, so we've got 2 factories out, so we can fulfill this, getting 2 points and a level 1 technology, so we can get this one, which will allow us to urbanize with a discount of 2, and we know we want to get this building out, which costs 4. Well, it now costs 2. So we pay 2 Thaler, and we can get this out in Dresden. And I'm very happy with that. Yeah, so now we just need to energize this as well, and we'll have 16 achievement, so we can get to that milestone. But we're gonna need to buy some coal because we can't make use of nucleum right now. We're gonna need to buy coal, so we need to use this contract to get the Thaler for that. Okay, that's fine. So now, it's Avaris' turn. Number 4, this tile, which will come out as rail. He wants to go to the highest numbered city. Well, that's still Zwickau. He goes here and industrializes. He would prefer to build a turbine, and the only location he can do that right now is Plauen. So he's going to build a turbine here, paying 1 Thaler, and he's built a turbine mine pair, so he scores 5 points for that. Then he will develop. He has multiple urbanize actions, multiple develops, only 1 industrialized action left. So he takes this tile, then urbanize is only showing once, so he takes this one, the rightmost tile falls off, and we replenish. Okay, there are 4 action tiles left in the market, so the next time the Baron develops, 3 will replenish, and there'll be 1 left, which we can snap up with this technology by energizing, and that would deplete the whole pile, which means we would get 3 bonus points from triggering the endgame condition of depleting the action stack. So let's look out for that, right? We want to develop as soon as the action, or we want to energize as soon as the Baron takes another develop turn. Okay, so this tile is done. Now then, we should get money. Do we like these tiles? We've got 4 contracts, so not quite 5, so that one can't be completed yet. An energized building in Praha, well, we still need to connect down here first. But we can get the contract now and try to succeed at that later. Alternatively, we could energize this building to get Thaler. Yes. But we want to urbanize at the same time, and then we still don't have money for the energized actions. We have to take a contract. So let's just use this now. Oh, but we have none of our own buildings that we can afford to energize unless, wait. Okay. Yes, we'll see. We'll get a ×2 bonus for a contract. So we'll pick up the Praha contract and get 4 Thaler. Then we'll replenish, and we can energize. So if we wanted this building, we get 3 free electricity, 1 discount on coal, but we need 3 coal. So 1 discount on coal, and then we need to buy 2 more coal, which would cost us 4, which we actually have. We can just do that now. Yes? Yes, let's just do that now. So we can do it. 4 thaler for 2 coal, and 1 free coal, and 3 free electricity makes 6. Brilliant. So this will flip. We get 6 stars and 3 bumps on the worker income track. That's this one. 1, 2, 3. And a thaler and a worker or tile. Well, here's the thaler. So we don't want to pick up a tile yet, because when the Baron develops, remember, there'll be 1 tile left. So we don't want the Baron triggering the endgame condition. We will get a worker instead. Okay. So, Baron time. He's going to do tile number 2. This one as rail, yes. So he wants to go to the highest numbered city, Alsik now, because Zwickau is completely surrounded. So he goes here. And then he's out of resources. Both of these actions cost a thaler. So he actually has to forfeit both. How sad for him. But anyway, that's done. And he's going to recharge next, finally. So now we could recharge because we got our 16 stars. But let's see, after we recharge, we got these 4 buildings to build, and we'll have 3 urbanize actions. So why don't we play this now? I mean, we're energizing a bit more, but that's okay. We are kind of short on thaler, so we can energize a neutral building to help, right? Huh. Okay, so if we play this, well, we can't afford to build till we energize anyway, but we can get the thaler from here. So we energize this neutral building, getting 2 achievement. So again, we've got the 3 free electricity, 2 achievement stars, 2 thaler, 1 thaler income, and a thaler and a worker. Okay. So now actually we have 18 achievement. We can do this contract. Right, so let's resolve this. We get 4 points to 4 and a level 3 technology. Well, we could get Tech C7, but we're mainly building in Praha after our recharge, right? And we've almost connected down. Like this is not so useful. I think we'll just get this technology for endgame scoring. And we can get another level 3 tech once we've got all 4 factories. But we could downgrade that to level 2 to do this technology, and that will help us energize one of these big buildings. They're pretty hard to energize otherwise. So, yeah, we'll just get that tech now. Done. Then we get an urbanize action, so we can build another thing. We can start building in Praha, but actually I want to take this lot here before the Baron does. So, well, we want to save our biggest buildings for Praha to double the most points, right? So we could just build this here, and that will cost us 2 thaler. So we'll play this. Yeah, we can't even afford these. We only have 4 thaler. We'll play this here for 2 thaler. And that's it. Okay. So now to the Baron. Wait a moment. So we've got 4 energized actions after recharge. We've got 4 of our personal buildings that we can do. Okay, good. So now the Baron does tile 1. That's this one. Oh, he doesn't yet. He's going to recharge first, but he'll do tile 1 once he does that. So there we go. He puts the stop block at the end. He discards these contracts, and he gains 4 thaler and 3 workers. Then he'll put a star out 6 higher than this one. So it goes here, triggering King's Day scoring. So we will gain 6 points for being ahead, and the Baron will score 2 points. Right. Then he rolled a 1. So we're playing with a challenge where he immediately gets to do another turn. So he'll play this tile now as rail, and he wants to go to the highest numbered city again. Well, Alsik 16 is taken, Riesa is taken, Brooks is taken 14, Chemnitz 13, those 1 rail links are taken, Glasuta 12, done. 11 is Presnitz, he goes here. So he's going to build a residence. Oh dear, that's his residence government building. We really didn't want him to build so many residences because of that milestone. He's going to score a lot for that, but we couldn't really do anything about it. So now he wants to go to a new location. Okay, so just as well we blocked that, although it's not connected to Nucleum. Yeah, well, anyway. But he can't build in Chemnit. So actually, he'll just build in the highest numbered city he has access to, Zwickau, here. That costs him 1 thaler. Then he gets this subsidized action, which gains him 3 points. And this flips. Okay. So now to our turn, and we're ready to recharge, right? We could do this action, but the extra bump here doesn't get us much. It's a bit too slow. We can, as we said, we had enough energized actions to do all of our remaining personal buildings. So we'll recharge. We get 11 thaler. And 4 workers. And 1, 2, 3 points. Okay. Then our tiles come back to us. Oh, right. We have to put a milestone out. That would be nice. So we have 18 achievement. There. And that will get us a milestone up here, which will unlock this Nucleum. That's going on the highest numbered power plant. That is Glashütte. Wonderful. Now we can start using Nucleum here at this power plant. So that's all done. Good. Baron time. Tower 2 is this one as rail. There's a couple of locations, yes, so we'll draw a tie break. It's the lowest number, which is going to be Grimma, City 4. So he goes up here and will energize. So he will prefer to energize a government building, so he's going to do this one. He will get 8 points for the requirement of the building, taking him to 40. And it's using a power plant with a Nucleum, so he gets to score for the mines as well as turbines. And he's got 2 of them. So he scores 2 points for those. He will consume 4 coal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he pays 1 thaler. Okay, consumes 4 coal because it's a level 4 building. Right. Then he will subsidize. He has fewer workers, so he gains another. And back to us. So our game plan now is just build these 3 and energize them. And maybe do some contracts along the way, right? Could we go for this? We've got 4 rail. We might be, I mean, we're going to start building out here, but I don't know if that's really helpful. We also want to get a mine out in order to get uranium, because these buildings are very hard to energize. We definitely need uranium for that. So we could play this tile to do that. We have lots of workers. We could just do a whole bunch of rail actions. Shall we just go for that? Go for the 12 points here as well. And maybe connect to some new cities to profit more from our government buildings. But these are our last 3 buildings, right? We'd be relying on the Baron to build stuff. Although he's, we can connect down here. That's a factory. That would help. Also, we need to connect up there. We can get towards 9 rail. So where to start? If we build this, if we want this as rail, and we want to connect somewhere useful, really the only place would be here, Grimma, and we would hope that the Baron builds a factory there eventually. It's possible. So, yeah, let's just put rail there. And what I like about this is we're exposing a wild side of the tile so that the Baron can't deny us this action when he places rail, right? When he places rail, he's going to consider his colors wild, but that's only from his perspective. So if we expose like this action, he could place rail that doesn't match the purple color and deny us our action while still getting to do his. But anyway, we'll do this. So we're going to industrialize with +1 uranium. Well, let's build a mine here in Brooks. So we are going to pay, I think, 2 workers to get the highest scoring mine, because we might not build any more mines. I think that might be enough. So we'll pay 2 workers, get this mine out, in Brooks, which also costs 2 thaler. Then we get 1 uranium for it being our first mine, 1 for the space, 1 for the action, that's 3 uranium. Okay? And we get 5 points for the turbine mine pair. So that takes us to 31. And I think that's it for now. So now the Baron does tile 1. So he wants to develop. As rail, he prioritizes completing 2 rail links. 2 rail links. Even before doing 1 rail links, right? But there were no incomplete 2 rail links before this point. So he's going to put the tile here and develop. Now, he ignores subsidized actions at first. He's got multiple contracts, only 1 industrialized action. He takes this tile. Then, contract is only showing 1, so he takes this one. The rightmost tile falls off. And we replenish. Well, there is now only 1 action tile remaining in the market, so we'd better pick up a tile with our next action by doing an energize action, getting this bonus. That will trigger the endgame condition. Okay. Anyway, he's also going to get 2 points for this subsidized action, and he will trigger this. We get an achievement star. Now, we get the inauguration bonus. For the Baron, that's 2 points, and for us, 2 VP income. So 2 points to the Baron, 2 VP income for us. Now we need to energize, and we can urbanize at the same time. So let's play this tile, and we can build in Praha, right? So doesn't really matter what order, but let's go for the factories first so we can work towards this purple contract. So we'll get this tile out for 5 thaler in Praha, or Prague. There we go. And then we can energize. Well, we can't energize this yet because we're not connected, but we can energize this building that we placed earlier. And so requirement of 2, we get 3 free electricity, so it flips. We get 2 stars, 1 worker income, and a thaler and a worker or tile. Well, we're definitely taking a tile. So of these, this one would let us energize more easily. Yeah, although this one gets us the contract, which can help us pick up uranium to energize with anyway. So, that's an interesting choice, actually. Because the alternative would be to go for this tile and improve our income. Well, we are going to energize this building eventually for 4 worker income, 2, 4. And if we get 2 more, we can start earning points for the worker income tracker. But even then, it's just 3 points. That's a pretty slow tile. It doesn't really further our game plan, whereas this one can. And building, yeah, if we industrialize another mine, we can at least get points for that. So yeah, we're going to take this tile. And that replenishes, which means we depleted the action tiles, so we get the endgame bonus of 3 points. Okay, so we built, we energized, and we gained our bonuses from the tech. So I believe that's our whole turn done. Can't fulfill that contract yet. Yeah, all right. So the Baron's turn. He's going to do this tile as rail. And there's only 1 place he can place it now without starting a 2 rail link, which he'll do after this. So he's going to grab a contract, and now that he's recharged, he wants a gold one. So he'll take this one. That scores him 6 points plus a further 2, 8 points. That's the most of any of those. So 8 points to the Baron. And then he will subsidize, which gets him 1 worker. Okay. Well. We should build the last factory, and we can build this as well, but that's going to cost 8. We need more money first, so we could do this tile to get money. But it's like, that's... We don't have a building we can energize. We can energize a government building? Okay. Fine. we're going to play this tile. We will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually have achieved this contract now, so we could get it. Let's pick up this contract because these other ones aren't interesting to me. And we get, oh, we need Thaler, don't we? So we need to complete that first. Oh, we'll get the Thaler from energizing. We're fine on the Thaler front. Let's just get more workers then, because we know we want to place a bunch of rail. We go here and get 2 workers. Okay, then this replenishes. This one is already complete. We've got 5 contracts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will get 2 points and a level 2 technology. Well, that could be this one. We could get a tile and immediately place it as rail, which is probably a good thing to do since it's saving us actions rather than just getting, well, we can't get this now, but we could get 2 points for it being a level 2 tech. But anyway, we'll do this. And so we get a free action tile from the market and get to place it as rail. And, this one is interesting. No, we've already got another industrialized action. So maybe we do go up the worker income track because we're about to energize and we could do this one, right? And then we don't care if this side isn't matched. So we could go here, start connecting to Brooks. Yeah. So then we can energize this stuff soon. Okay, so we're going to place the rail here and go up 2 on the worker income track. And now we get to energize. So we're going to energize this building, again for free, with our 3 free electricity. We get 2 achievement stars and a worker and a worker income. Then we will get a bonus Thaler and worker. We don't need more tiles. Thaler and worker. And, sorry, should have pushed those down. Then it's back to the Baron. Baron will do tile number 3, this one. So he wants to, wait a moment. He wants to place rail and complete our 2 rail link here. Okay, so he's going to urbanize first. Let's draw a tie break. He wants to build a lab. So this is coming out. Rima is now a city new to him. Can't build a lab in Chemnitz. So he's going to go here and pay 1 Thaler. Then he will develop. So he wants to take, let's see, a second develop action. Then industrialize is only showing once. And the rightmost tile falls away. Okay, 1 tile remains. And then he doesn't trigger this. Okay, so he only considers his own actions wild. And so the colors don't match here. We don't get that. But that's all right. We get the inauguration bonus now. So we get 2 VP income anyway. And he gets 2 points. 1, 2. Now, maybe we take this slot here in Brooks before the Baron does. So we could do this. But we don't want to energize that yet because we're saving it for, We can always energize this building with this tech. So we can just energize this now. I think that's fine. So let's energize. Yes, play this. Okay. Just a moment. Could we play this as rail? Because the Baron is out of workers. So if we place rail here, we can ensure that we connect this just after, with this tile, let's say. Or even with this one, because you don't mind foregoing that. Wait a moment. No. We connect it this way, sorry. Right. So if the Baron had workers, we would run the risk of him putting rail here and making this connection such that he denies us this action. But we could play this tile next, because the Baron doesn't have workers. We can ensure that we connect all colors. That would be nice. So we will industrialize. We will industrialize in Brooks. And so we spend, wait a moment, will we be able to afford? afford to build? We've got 8 Thaler, and we're about to build these 2 buildings, which costs 9. But if we want to place here, that costs an extra 2, 11. 1 discount on an urbanized action makes 10. So we need 2 more Thaler. So actually, we need to energize first. Or we can spend workers. We can spend workers as Thaler, but we could just energize this, get this contract, and then get more Thaler that way. So we do need this energized action to trigger first, right? When we play the tiles in this order, when we place the urbanized tile here, you have to resolve the actions of the tile you're playing first. Then you can resolve other matched actions. So maybe we just play this tile normally. All right, we'll play this normally, charge this, then we do that contract. So we're going to industrialize in Brooks again and get one of these mines out. So will we have enough workers, right? If we want to build out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need 4 more rail. We would have enough workers for that. We spend 3 now at Brooks, and we're getting more from energizing. So we can go for this one, and it's more points anyway. We spend 3 workers to get out this mine in Brooks, and it's our second mine, so we get 2 uranium. Now, this unlocks a level 3 technology, but again, we don't need this. We've now connected Praha, where we want to energize, to power plants. So we could downgrade it to this. Or we could just get 3 points because we know we want this tech anyway. We just want this tech anyway, which is a level 2 tech, which is this one. So, okay, so we can turn this level 3 technology into 3 points. Let's do that. Okay. Then we get to energize. So we energize this building with +1 electricity. 1, 2, 3, 4 for free. And then every uranium gets us 3 electricity. So we spend 2 uranium. That makes a total of 10, right? 4 plus 6, 10. So we energize this building. We get 10 achievement stars and 4 bumps on the Thaler income track to 4 and a bonus Thaler and worker. We don't need that tile. Absolutely not. So there we go. Now we've achieved this contract, have an energized building in Praha. So we will score this now and get 4 Thaler. That meets pretty much all our Thaler needs for the game. So 5 minus 1 and a level 2 tech. Oh, but we don't want to do that till we built buildings. Okay, well, let's just gain 2 points then. I don't need this. We've got enough turbines for the uranium we'd want to spend. So we get 2 points. And what we will do is, when we get our 4th factory and fulfill this contract for level 3 tech, we'll downgrade that to a level 2 tech. Then we can use that to energize. But we only have 2 more buildings to energize, and this tile will do that for us. Maybe we don't need the energize action. We just gain even more points. Okay, well, that's fine too. Good. So that was our whole turn resolved. Baron time. Tile 2 is this one. And he has no workers, so he has to play this normally. He's going to develop, so he gets this tile, and subsidize. That gets him 3 points. Now then, we can afford to urbanize. Oh, and we also need to connect up here, right? So let's start building that rail. So we will get this out here and urbanize at a discount of 1. So we are going to build this factory, right? This costs 4, extra cost of 2 is 6, but a discount of 1 means we only pay 5. And now we've got a 4th factory, we can complete this contract when we take a regular turn. So, Baron, tile 2 is this one. He wants to industrialize, so he wants to build whatever he has fewest of, and he breaks this tie in favor of turbines. So he does have access to a few turbine locations now, but he prefers to build in our network, so he goes here to Grimmer. He likes to block us for some reason. They will pay a Thaler for that. Then he subsidizes, gets a worker back. So, to us, and we should complete this connection now, and we can energize at the same time. So let's place this tile out, and now I realize we're not going to have enough tiles to place our rail, are we? Because, I mean, we'd have to do another recharge action. Well, we could. We probably have time. Oh no, as soon as the Baron takes a contract, then the game's going to end. Well, sure. We'll just do what we can in the meantime. Because, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rail, and we could place this as a 9th. Then we can use this tile to score the contract. But then we want to score that contract as well. We would need another regular turn, and we'd have to recharge first. So that's why that would work that way. But anyway, let's just do this now. So we will put energize twice. Oh, that has to trigger before we get to urbanize. That's the problem. Right. Yeah, okay. So we are going to place this tile out as rail to trigger the urbanize action. So we are going to energize this building. Now this requirement is 7. We get 3 free electricity, 3 from a uranium, and we can purchase coal at a discount of 1. So it only costs us 1 thaler. This goes away, and we've met the 7 requirements, so this will flip, gaining us 7 achievement stars and 3 thaler income. 1, and we can't gain any more here, so we get 2 points. Then we get a thaler and a worker. Okay. So we don't get to match this, so that doesn't happen, but we do match this one. So now we get to urbanize. We can build our residence there for 5 thaler. That's done, and these will flip. Okay, so now it's the Baron's turn, and he will do tile 1, that's this one, as rail. And he's going to start a new connection because all the 1 rail links are done. So he wants to connect from a city or to a city that has at least one of his buildings, mines, or turbines. So let's shuffle the logic deck. And he wants the lowest numbered such city. Well, that would be Plauen, city 2. So he goes over here. All right, we got the inauguration bonus there of 4 VP income, 2, 4. Okay, so he's going to develop, but he can't. So he'll subsidize. No, he won't subsidize either. That's not matched yet. But he does prefer to link that action first. So he is done. Now we can energize. It's a bit weird that we're just energizing this, right? So yeah, we energize the final neutral building, get some VP income. Oh, if we connect rail, we can score even more. But we have to recharge first. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to energize this building. I was just seeing, because we could trigger the end game by doing a contract action. And like that's a swing of 6 points over the Baron. We get the 3 points here instead of him, because he might contract at some point. Oh, he's out of resources? Yeah, yikes. There's a very real possibility he triggers the end game. So maybe we do this after we don't bother with the 12 rail. That was a long shot anyway. We just do this, and then we energize twice. Cool, fine. So we pick up a contract, which we're not going to score because, which we can score, right? We're playing that as a regular action as well. So we can score this contract and whatever we pick up. Okay, so we play this tile. We're going to pick up a contract. We don't have 3 lamps. We don't have 5 things in orange cities. We only have 2. We don't have 11 tiles. We have 2 government buildings though. So let's take this one. So this, do we need more achievement stars? We've got 15, 22, which is, I mean, we're going to energize these 2 buildings, right? 33 is more than enough. Okay, we don't need the stars. We're going to grab a uranium. That's half a point, essentially, at the end of the game. And then we can immediately complete the contract because we do have 2 government buildings on the board. They don't need to be energized. We get a level 2 technology, which could energize this building now. But then when we play this tile as our final action, we'd only have 1 building to build, to energize. So there's no point. Let's just gain this as 2 points. So you turn the level 2 technology to 2 points and then get 2 VP income, 1, 2, and then this flips, boom. Okay, then this replenishes, triggering the endgame condition, so we get 3 points. Now, 2 endgame conditions have been fulfilled. That will trigger the endgame, which means that we complete this round. We're first player, so the Baron takes 1 more turn, and then we do 1 more full turn. So we'll get 1 more action, and then the Baron will energize twice without paying. He always does that as his final thing. So, it's the Baron. Baron is going to recharge. That goes to the end. Contract is discarded. He will get 4 Thaler and 3 workers and place a milestone star 6 higher than his last, which gets him here. So he's lower than us. We get 6 points and he gets 2 points. Then he will immediately take another turn. Number 2, that's this tile. So he will take a contract and he will place this as rail over here. So he gets the highest scoring contract. That's 8 points to him. 8 points for the Baron, 6 plus 2 for the level 2 technology. So it takes him to 69 points. And then he will subsidize getting a worker. That's his final worker. And then he triggers this and gets 2 more workers, but he can't. So he gets 6 points instead. Wow. Okay. So that's done. He gets the inauguration bonus of 4 points to 4. Now it's to us, and we do our final action. So we will energize twice. We will energize this government building here, right? For free, 3 free electricity, 3 achievement stars, 5 minus 2, then 3 bumps on the VP income track, 1, 2, 3, and a Thaler and worker. Then we energize this building with +1 electricity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a uranium gets us to 7. We need an 8th. So we will buy coal at a discount of 1. We spend 1 Thaler. That's 8 electricity. Good. This will now flip. We get 8 achievement. So that's 10 minus 2. And 4 bumps on the worker income track, 2, 4, and a Thaler and a worker. Okay. We also get to complete this contract for having 4 factories out on the board. So we get 5 points plus 3 for the level 3 technology. So we will get 8 points. 8 points takes us to 62. There we go. Whew, all right. Well, that was it for us. Now it's the Baron, and he will energize twice without paying. So if he had more government buildings, he would energize those, but he doesn't, so he won't. He'll just energize the 2 buildings with the lowest requirement, which are these 2. So he would get 3 points for this one, 3 points for this one, that's 6 points. And I believe everything is connected up. So he's got 2 turbines and a mine out on the field, right? And so he's going to score 3 for each of the energized actions. So another 6 points for the turbines and mines. Okay, and he ends on 91. All right. Well, that's the end of the game. So now we will go to endgame scoring. Let's score for the Baron first. He's going to score 2 points for each time he's met this milestone, then 4, 6, 8. So he's built 2 labs. He scores 4 points. Then for cities containing his energized buildings, well, some of these aren't energized. So he's only got 1, 2, 3. 3 such cities. 3 cities with his energized buildings. 1, 2, 3. So he will get 3 times 4, 12 points, taking him to 107. Let's give him this plus 100 marker. Then he will score for every 2 of his buildings. Well, he built 7 buildings, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he will get 3 lots of 6, 18 points. That's 125. And then 8 points for each residence. He built 3 residences, so that's 24, taking him to 149. Now, he'll score for his buildings. This government building scores 2 points for each of his networked residences and other networked residences. So that's 1, 2, 3. I think it's just his, right? Because then we block him there, so he can't extend his network further. So just the 3. He scores 6 points for that. Then he will score flat points for his other energized buildings, and he just has these two, so he scores 3 points there, 1, 2, 3. And then he will score points for his leftover resources. So he's got 4 Tala, 3 workers, that's 7 more points, taking him to 165. All right, so now we will score. We're going to do our milestones first. So we have 33 achievement tokens. We use that to place a final milestone star over here. And then we will score 4 points for each city containing our energized buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such cities. 5 times 4 is 20. So 82. Then 5 points for every 2 of our buildings. We built 8. So that's 5 times 4, 20. That's 102. We get a plus 100 marker. Okay. 6 points for every one of our residences. 4 residences, that's 24 points. 126. Now, our buildings. We'll score the ones in Praha first, which score double. So this one's going to get us 4 points for each networked residence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, just 5, right? We're not connected down to these, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20. Then this one scores 4 points for each networked factory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 170. Okay, we're already beating the Baron. That's good to know. Then this one's doubled to 12 points, 182, and all the other buildings will score flat points. So 6, 10, and 5, 15. Just double check, this is 5, 9, 10, 15. 15 more points, please. Takes us to 197. Now, this technology will score 21 points for having 8 energized buildings. All 8 of our buildings are energized, so we will get 21 points. So now we get to 218. And our income traps will score 10 points plus 12, so 22. And our leftover resources. So we've got 2 uranium there, that's a point. Every 2 workers is a point, so 3 more points. And we don't quite have enough Tala there, we need 5 more points. So that's 4 more points, leaving us with 244 points against the Baron's 165. So we've won. We have achieved victory against the Baron von Automat. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any thoughts on strategy or how I might have played better, then please let us know in the comments below. But until next time, that's another dead robot.